No,
Phumelela is the horse racing and tote betting operator in 7 of South Africa's 9 provinces. It's recognized as a world leader in horse racing TV.
So they actually own the racetracks, right? Most of them around the country, and then they own the product, which is the horses racing, and then that gets broadcast in various, totes and betting halls. But in recent times, they've also been expanding internationally, buying rights to other horse races and broadcasting their own internationally. And now, in the very recent past, starting to expand more generally into other sports betting, rugby games, football games, all of that stuff. You'd be amazed how popular that stuff is.
1.6 billion rand in terms of market cap, price to earnings ratio, 15.4 dividend yield here of 4.6%. So strong dividend yield.
Yeah, look, this company's been around for a long time. As Paul said, started out in the proper horse racing on the field. But they actually lose money on their traditional business. Horse racing, the actual event, horse racing in South Africa loses money. It's their global expansion and their online expansion and the tote betting that makes money and actually makes very, very good money. They've been very successful.
I'm interested to see the share price performance.
It's actually done quite well recently against the odds. People thought it was a bit dead and buried and that, horses were a bit of last year's news. But because of these international television rights and online activities, they've boomed and got licensing fees going. But I want to talk about this deal.
Are we talking about a potential the 10-bagger of the future?
Well, I don't think a 10-bagger, no.
No, I mean, that get too excited
unless they truly expand their businesses.
I'd like to hop off the desk and put all my money in.
Horse racing has been here forever, so there's nothing new here, and gambling and betting has been here forever. They've just done a big expansion, and of course, half of their profit growth has actually come from rand weakness because they've gone overseas. But they are a big operator, and they've actually, even take out the weak rand, they've actually have done quite well in their underlying operations.
You wanted to talk about something?
Yeah, so there's this company called Superbets, which is one of the largest players in sports gambling in the country. It was built up by the Anastasopoulos family, and they sold 50% of the business for 500 million, give or take a few million, to Phumelela. So Phumelela have now made this major foray into that space as well. And I don't know what it is about Superbets, but they just got the public going and the imagination. So if you want to bet on the outcome of football matches and on rugby games and all that sort of thing. So that's where they're going. And they do have the support of the regulatory authorities. Remember, in this country, you can't just set up a gaming and gambling operation online or otherwise unless you've got the whole taxes and regulations sorted out. So
but
who knows?
At the end of the day, are you going to call them hot or not?
I'll go not hot in this. I want to sit back and see how they've done big acquisitions, big expansion. Let's wait and see how it actually all pans out. The company doesn't look badly priced. The last set of results were quite frankly very, very good. But I'd rather be a little bit cautious and wait for the. Let's see what happens. Are you going to be
cautious as well, Paul?
Well, this company's also got a few interesting shareholders. Marcus Jooste, big horse owner, Steinhoff CEO, he's a shareholder. Some of the Cantors from the Vestact stable, also big horse owners, Bernard Cantor and others that also then own stock in this thing. Peter Malongani also there. So I don't know. The problem for me and why I'll go not hot is that it has had prior years of quite substantial earnings volatility. So in other words, you read one set of results, they say, well, we're doing well here. The next year or 2 years later, that business is not making any money at all. Now there's something else.
It's too volatile for you at the end of the day.
Yeah, look, they have done well and executed well in recent years, but it is a business that over the decades has had good days and bad days.
Not hot.